Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually having somewhat of a crappy night last night, and just going on live and doing reviews and stuff like that, and it definitely made it a lot better. Today I kind of fixed the problem, um, which had a lot to do with my damn internet bill and all the mistakes that they made and how it took so long for them to fix it, but well, they were gonna fix it, and they did. But I just want to thank everyone for just watching yesterday. Um, Even though it came out like uber late, so I want to thank everyone for just watching. Um, so I enjoyed this episode. It felt like there were things that were just like, eh. But let's get to the good stuff though. So yeah, Valentine gets shot. He managed to somehow hobble across the bridge. Drew got shot, and he fell into the to the water. And later on in the episode, you know, that was his name. Britt gets a call from Anna because she's trying to negotiate some sort of way to with Nicholas as far as like getting to whatever type of places that the Cassadons have in exchange for helping out Spencer. Um, and so, Nicholas like, I can give you some numbers or whatever. I can sit there and contact some people, which is kind of pointless because eventually Anna wound up calling her anyway. What? That's something else. All right, so I'm gonna kind of go a little back and forth, but so Britt, walks up to walks up to Ava and Nicholas and wants to speak to Nicholas, um, telling him that her mother is somewhere in Greece, and she wants to know what's going on with Greece, like as far as like you have any places and places I could sit there and look for, this, that, and the third, and trying to negotiate with him as far as like I don't exactly understand what she was trying to negotiate really. I guess it was like the properties and stuff like that. How many properties does he own? Like, I know you cast centers are kind of shady, so what's going on? And all of it, as far as like, if you do this for me, I can help you out with Spencer. All that stuff is moot. Is literally moot. Because the minute that Anna, calls Britt and tells her that, leaves her somewhere out here and this, that, and the third with Peter, it all goes out the window. It literally all goes out the window. I mean, yeah, Nicholas does want to call up one of the bartenders to sit there and find out what's going on. Um, but again, asking him favors and stuff like that just seemed kind of pointless. Um, so yeah, Drew gets shot. He falls off the balcony. Um, Sometime, Britt informs Jason about Drew and the situation, how he got shot and he fell into the water. And it just made me sit there and think about when Jason got shot and he fell into the water. Well, he kind of like more fell into the water this way he could sit there and try to escape. And I thought that's just something that Drew was going to sit there and do. So this whole time, they're trying to make it seem like Drew is dead or he's gone or whatever. Like, we're not going to be able to find him and people are looking for him, yada, yada, yada. You got Dante captured, Victor, and, this whole time it makes it seem like Drew is just, all right, I guess we won't be able to see him for a couple of weeks, so that sucks. Turns out that, well, Peter got Liesel and got Drew, faked the whole, him getting shot and everything like that. So, he takes off the bulletproof armor, which honestly, to tell you the truth, I knew that he wasn't dead. And even, them sitting there talking about Valentine, oh, well, he's in critical condition, yada, 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 he flew him out. It's like, he's not going nowhere. This guy is too much of a fan favorite for him to go away unless he wants to go away. Or unless he does something that gets him fired. One of the two. I mean, my dude is constantly on Instagram, sitting there, reading children's books. So he's not going anywhere unless he wants to or he gets fired. Um, he does wind up telling everyone that, he's this, well, Victor wound up telling everyone, Dante and Robert and Sam and whatever that agent's name is that I forgot. Which nothing happens to him, so that's cool, I guess. Um, that Valentine is his son and goes to the whole history with Helena and everything like that, and it gets all super protective, and now apparently I guess she wants to give him a shot. So, um, I mean, it's so funny. I mean, well, it's not funny, but the way Valentine was talking like, oh, tell my girls that I love them and everything like that. I was like, bro, you're not going nowhere. I was like, I'm sorry. I know I should be snitching. Like, oh my goodness, clutching a pillow and wondering what's going to happen. I was like, bro, you're not going to win. I'm not even going to sit there and bother to, get too emotional or whatever about it like I usually don't. But it's just like, you're going to be fine. Don't worry about that. He's going to be fine, okay? Unless I'm wrong and I find out that, the actor that plays Valentine is like, yeah, that's my last day. And I will sit there and come back on here and apologize. But until then, he's going to be fine. More or less, that's all the fun stuff that happened, which was in Greece. Now, of course, Jason, tells Britt that they're going to sit there and want to go into Greece or whatever. So that should be actually interesting. Um, other than that, you got the creepy old guy that is constantly looking at Curtis and Portia. Um, Asking, I guess, the assistant manager, whatever her name is, about the different type of music and jazz and stuff like that. Just asking about what Curtis' taste is in music and stuff. Just asking a lot of questions and um, seeing him smile a couple of times or whatever. And other than that, nothing else really happens. I mean, the waitress or whatever second in command winds up telling Curtis about, the guy who was asking a lot of questions. And of course, when he turned around, he's not there because apparently he's like a ninja or whatever. And, I mean, at this point, a lot of people in the comment section have said that he is Curtis' dad. And I'm like, that's cool. Bro, why are you showing up now? I'm pretty sure there's a really good backstory behind the reason why he just decided to just show up now out of this dude practically had a lifetime to sit there and show up, and he just was gone. But I'm sure he has a reason for it, and there's probably going to be some sort of sad sympathy one that we're either going to care or not care about. Ava talks to Portia about Trina, talks about Spencer, and pretty much Portia's just like, yo, listen, um, Spencer should have no contact with Trina whatsoever. Like that family, I get you love him and everything like that, but that family is bad news, and I don't want him. I don't want him anywhere my daughter. Now, it's a little kind of confusing because when Ava's like, you just stop doing that. When Ava tells Portia, that she got Spencer arrested, Portia's like, oh, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't support that. It's going to be on his permanent record and everything like that. I'm like, I'm I'm confused for so many reasons about that because you would practically sit there just like practically fuming a little bit at Spencer for what he did to Trina, the blood, everything, just making her doubt herself, doubt her judgment, all of that. But you don't want him to go to jail because it's going to mess up his permanent record. By the way, this man is rich. I'm pretty sure he has so many connections that he doesn't have to worry about if it's on his permanent record or not. Because what's he going to do? He's going to get a job? The guy's rich. It just. Okay, sure. So I didn't really understand that at all. I gotta say, Peter definitely keeps this show very, very interesting because whenever you think that you got Peter, not only do you not have Peter, but Peter has ways of just flipping the situation totally around. You know, he outmaneuvered a guy twice his age who's been in this whole bad guy game for like eons, pretty much, and he practically flipped his guards around. He got Drew and he got Lizzo. So, I mean, like I said, I love Peter as a bad guy, and this guy seems like he just is going to get away for a very long time. Um, yeah. Also, Curtis talks to Jason, and I love when I love when Curtis is like, "Listen, I'm not sitting there trying to defend Nina. Okay, you're not trying to defend Nina, but I think that everyone deserves a second chance." Listen, bro, I get that you're her friend. I get that everyone needs a quote unquote Jason, but no. No, for so many reasons. And you know what? At the end of the day, you don't have any say in it. So, like, your opinion doesn't mean a damn thing, to be honest. Um, talk about Sonny and Michael, and yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. Hmm, I don't know. I feel like that's about it. Like I said, most of the fun stuff that really happened, most of the interesting stuff that happened was in Greece. Ava talking to Portia was like, okay. Jason talking to, Ava talking to Portia was okay. Jason talking to Courage was okay. I mean, Britt talking to Nicholas is almost kind of the worst, but at the same time, somewhat interesting because, Nicholas wants to sit there and keep an eye on what's going on in Greece. With everyone being there, Anna, Robert, and everything like that, he wants to know what's going on. And I'm pretty sure he's probably trying to cover his ass like usual. But Brittany there talking to Nicholas was just very moot. The minute that Anna called her to sit there and tell her the situation, was like, all right, well, I guess I don't need you anymore. It was like, all right, cool. I'm glad that we sat through this banter between them that went absolutely nowhere. Um, I think that's about it. If I miss anything, please write it down in the comment section below. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. See you in the next video.